So, welcome to Grumpy Vegan Grandad. Now, I asked for the little Q&A, some questions for me, and again, you've all delivered, some more than others. So let's get right into it and let's have a look. So, UK, oh, I'll tell you what, let's put them in newest first. Bohemian Bee. Hello, Bohemian Bee. Air fryers, your thoughts? I had my thoughts on air fryers yesterday on the stream, so we don't need to answer that one. Bohemian Bee again. Does a butterfly ever feel self-conscious about their beauty? Well, a butterfly, as you know, starts off as a caterpillar. Now, they're not the most beautiful creatures, caterpillars. They can be, but they can be a little bit creepy crawly, especially the ones with the big hairs coming off them. So I would personally say that in the state of a caterpillar, yes, I think they could be very self-conscious about the looks. However, once they build a cocoon and come out as a beautiful butterfly, no, I think they just relish life and love it. It's like getting dressed up for a great night out. So no, I don't think they do when they become butterflies. However, before, yes, maybe. Just depends. Bernie V, thanks for the video. Subscribed. We'll let you know when. Will you let us know when you reach 1,000 subscribers? Done, Bernie. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate being here. May Parcells, just subscribed. Saw you on Paul and Jason live last night. Well, thank you for that. I'm Easy Vegan. Who would win in a fight, you or the real life Skeletor? The Skeletor, I think. Okay, I can't remember what video it was. Oh, it was Vegan Deterioration when I appeared on her channel and somebody said that I look like Skeletor. May do, but I don't know how to take that. Facially, he's not a very good looking chap, so I could take that as a bit of an insult, but physically, his body, he was buff. He was buff. So who would win in a fight? Well, it just depends, because obviously Skeletor is big, buff, is not as quick as me, because I'm like a ninja. I'm fast, I'm quick, I can keep running round. I've been running, I'm really fit. You know, these big bodybuilder types, they're not very fit, they don't do a lot of running, they're a bit slow, so I could probably just do a few fast moves like that. So yeah, I reckon I'd win Skeletor in a fight. Bohemian Bee again. Are spiders all fingers and thumbs, or are they just leggy beings? They haven't got any fingers or thumbs, Bee. I don't know what kind of spiders you have in your house, but if they've got fingers and thumbs, I'd be afraid. I'd be very afraid. Mostly love of music. How can you be a grandad when you look younger and more in shape than most 30-year-olds? Oh wait, the power of veganism. Why, thank you, my darling. And yes, you've answered your own question there. The power of veganism. But I wouldn't say... I'd say I'm more in shape than most 30-year-olds, yeah. Definitely. I don't think I look younger than 30-year-olds, though. Nah, I'm not having that one. But thank you. It's a nice compliment. Tony. Ah, yes, Tony. As our gym has gone bust and shut down, what gym would you recommend in the local area, and what style workout do you do? Are you still running? Keep up the good work. Thank you, Tony. There are a lot of gyms in the Oldham area. I would personally use a gym that you can easily accessible, maybe walk to or run to in a short time, and has got all the facilities you need. I think it's different gyms have different equipment types. Some have more free weights, some have more machines, some have more cardio based stuff, some have classes. It depends what you are looking for in a gym. So my advice would be Google the gyms in your local area, go around and have a look and see what kind of gym would suit you. I used to like the gym we used to go to because it had the steam room and the pool, because I like to have a steam after and have a swim and sit in the jacuzzi and chill out, and I'm a bit gutted actually about that, but shit happens. COVID again. Style of workout, well, I'm now no longer under the guidance of Corinne. However, I've taken on board everything he's taught me over the last year. I'm now increasing calories, putting weight back on. I don't know if you can see it in my face, and I'm putting a bit of weight back on now. And I'm still doing the running, but I've got to sort of get that fine balance now, because cardio can burn away muscle. It burns away fat, brilliant job at burning away fat, but it can utilise muscle tissue as well because it's easily used. So I've got to I'm sort of splitting it 2 or 3 times a week running, and combining that with light and heavy weight gym sessions. So a bit of both. I'm just experimenting at the moment, but thanks for that. Do Helen Hawley, do trolls serve a purpose? Yes, trolls are great. Trolls are fantastic. There's loads of scenarios where trolls help, especially when you've got a particular niche opinions about things, i.e. veganism. And yes, firstly, trolls can help the algorithm on your YouTube channel. Trolls inadvertently help you get more views, because the more interaction on your channel sends a signal to YouTube to say, oh, people are looking at this and interacting with it. Yes, we'll push them up a little bit further, so they can help in that way. Also, trolls can help new vegans build up the knowledge base, because trolls can troll people and say, well, okay, crop death, so dairy, meat, grass-fed. They can come up with all these comments, you know what I mean? And it's like, then you as a new vegan have to go away and sort of, oh, well, what's the answer to that? I'll go and research that. So you build up a knowledge base. And trolls also help. Trolls also help people. They do damage to their own cause. This is what I'm trying to say. So a troll will come up with absolute stupid, disgusting comments from the carny side of things, and people who are in that way of lifestyle, of the carny lifestyle, eating meat, dairy and eggs, will look at these people and think, do I really want to be, am I really like this person? So they can help in that way as well. There's like a 3-pronged attack from trolls that really sort of help you and don't help them. So bring on the trolls, I say. Bring them on. I've broken that one. Bring me another one. Vegan comrade with like the hammer and sickle. Communist. Oh, you're communist, vegan comrade. Where are you on the political spectrum? Religiously, I'm a Jedi. Officially. on the census, last census, that's what put we're all Jedis. On the political spectrum, I don't know where I sit, really. I'm not really... I see myself born on a piece of land. I'm born on this piece of land, and it just so happens to be the UK. And I don't particularly want to be part of any society, but I'm here, I've got to be here. If I go anywhere else, I've got to be part of there. The only way I can not be part of a social environment is to go and live off grid in some wilderness somewhere. But politically, I don't know. I don't like the fact that like 3% of the population of this country own 98% of the wealth. I think nobody should be homeless. I think this country is rich enough to give everybody a home at a cheap rent. It's a capitalist society. Yes, capitalism has some positives and some negative points. I mean, the positives are people create things, create more things, invent things. It pushes technology forward because of the rewards, but it also breeds greed. So yeah, I know communism is like a shared wealth, but is it a totalitarian sort of thing, a dictatorship? I don't know. I'm not really well clued up, vegan comrade, but I would like to see everybody housed, cheap housing, cheap heating, free open migration from country to country, you know. Just, I don't know, it's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one. You're going to get people abusing systems, but you can't make systems tougher to stop the abuse. It's only a small minority. I don't know where I sit. From what I've said, you tell me, where do I sit on the political spectrum? Open borders, free housing, cheap electricity, gas. I think that wealth should be distributed along the population. I think that's how things should work, basically. So yeah, I think people should be rewarded for working harder, doing something different. Otherwise, why would you do something that takes a lot of energy, a lot of time, shortens your life? Why would you do that if there wasn't the rewards there? You know, like a prime minister, you know what I mean? If we paid the prime minister peanuts, who would want to do that job, you know? Yeah, good question, mate. Good question. I'll have to have a think on that. I'm not active, I don't vote, so I have voted in the past, but I don't vote because they all just seem to shit in the same bucket. So how many times, defender of animals this is, how many times do you poo a day on your high fibre plant munching diet? Also remember, plants have feelings too. Once a day, I poop. Once a day. In, bop, out. None of this sat on the toilet for like an hour watching videos and getting up and not being able to walk because my legs are that fucking numb. Them days are gone. No. Brilliant. Toilet, in, out, done. Sorted. Once a day. No, plants don't have feelings, mate. They don't. They really don't. And if they did, we'd still need to go vegan, because most plants are given to animals. 85% of plants grown are given to animals anyway. So the default situation, the default sort of setting would be vegan. If plants had feelings, that would be the best way to reduce harm to plants. So yeah, stuck on that. Anti-vegan nonsense. On the last episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, I remember watching it at Skydome. I was in high school and decided that it was more important to watch that and skip school. Did you find it was actually both sad and happy at the same time? Yeah, I was one of the 40,000 that crowded into the Skydome to watch the last episode of Star Trek The Next Generation in the Jumbotron, 1994. December 4th, I was 15. Crap, I'm dating myself again. Do you know something? I used to watch Star Trek when I was a kid. My dad used to let me stay up and watch it. I loved it. But then Star Wars hit. So sorry, I'm not a Trekkie. I'm a Star Warsery. I'm a Star Warrior. I don't know. I'm a Jedi. Like I said before, I'm a Jedi. So yeah. So no, I don't know. I've never watched Star Trek, the new ones. I'm not really interested in it. I've watched a couple of the movies. The latest movie I enjoyed. The previous ones with Spock and all that stuff bored me to tears. So yeah, sorry mate, not a big fan. Who would you least prefer to hang out with? Bark Kay, Paul Saladino or Sean Baker? I've not really watched a lot of Paul Saladino. Sean Baker's a twat. Bark Kay's an enormous twat. They're all down there at the bottom of the barrel. None of them. I wouldn't. I'd least prefer to hang out with any of them. Sorry about that, but nah. Helen Hawley, were you jealous of Steve Austin, the $6 million man? 6 million, Steve Austin, he was great. I love that series. It was like, whoa, look how fast he can run. And I had some $6 million man slippers with Steve Austin on the top of each one. And I'm not joking, and this is God's honest truth, I could run faster in those slippers. I told my mum, I says, Mum, come out. I got her to come out. Got down to the bottom of the street. I says, watch how fast I can run in these fucking, I didn't say fucking, in these slippers, Mum. I was fast. And then she slapped me for running outside in my slippers, and I didn't try them outside again, but I was way fast. But the $6 million man art was epic. And since I saw that question, I've been looking up stuff on the internet, and yeah, the stuff's appearing now, t-shirts and stuff like that, but I can't find any slippers. Helen Hawley again. Parachute or bungee? Right, I've done a free fall parachute jump. I've done one of the highest ones in Britain. I think it's 3 miles or something like that. I can't remember how many feet. And did a free fall, and then for a few seconds, and then pulled the parachute, and I've done that. It was good. It was cool. I enjoyed that. Bungee. Right, here's the difference. Okay, the parachutes community, they're very, very safety conscious. Very, very safety conscious. So I had confidence in the parachute thing. So, but the bungee, yes, it's governed by safety, but it seems like anybody can do it. And would I trust a couple of scallies with a bungee rope charging 10 quid a pop to push you off the edge of a bridge or a cliff or whatever, and rely on this elastic band to sort of save your life from instant death, smashing your face into the rocks below? Nah, I don't think I'll be doing a bungee jump. Nah. UK vegan family, why do toasters always have a setting that burns the toast to a horrible black crisp, which surely no human being would eat? Well, actually, UK vegan family, I like burnt toast. Yes, I actually, not burnt to a crisp, but I do like burnt toast. I don't know what it is, I just really like black toast. I mean, what you've got to be, the mistake you might be doing there is when you use a toaster and you put it on the highest setting to really brown that toast, you pop your toast and it pops up, that's fine, but the key is let it cool down. Do not put the next round of toast in the toaster straight after you've just done it on the full toasting period, yeah? Otherwise it will burn. So I think it might be just a mistake that you're making on that side of things. Thanks Daniela and Adam. Follow those guys, by the way. Really Cool Family, and also follow Defender of Animals. Oh, and also follow Anti-Vegan Nonsense. They're all on there. Adam asks, UK Vegan Family again, if I had 3 turnips and 1 swede, how many stews could I make? It depends on sizes, I suppose. But 3 turnips and 1 swede. You need the swede to add a bit of alternate flavour and texture to the dish. So, and turnips are quite big, so swedes are quite a bit smaller than turnips. So I would say you could make 2 decent stews out of that, but thanks for your question. Fucking weirdos. UK Vegan Family again. When do grains of sand become a pile of sand? Right, it depends. You've got various different types of sand. You've got sharp sand, you've got beach sand, you've got builder's sand. So I would say when you get 2,576 grains, that is a pile of sand, depending on the texture of the sand. If it's sharp sand, I would say 2,220 grains, and then it becomes a pile. But you'll have to test the theory out between different sand types. Oh, Bohemian Bee again. Do ants feel overworked and undervalued? What are ants' rights anyway? Well, it depends, because ants are a collective that make up one organism, so to speak. They're a community that works together. And no, they're not undervalued. Ants aren't undervalued. They're very valuable. They help each other, they feed each other, they work together. They can't undervalue each other because they work together as one. So the minute a bit of undervaluing comes in, or overwork comes in, and others do more work than the others, then the whole system falls and fails, and that's it. It's game over. Ants' rights, I don't know. I have been looking at some of the ants' rights literature in the Ant Times, and it seems that the tier system that they've got, the lowest workers in the ant colony have got rights. They do get regular breaks and they do get holidays. Vegan Tina, do you think it's speciesist and hypocritical for people, even especially vegans, who always say don't adopt, shop, and then have biological children? I'd love to know your thoughts and to see if people are consistent with their ethics when it comes to human animals as well as non-human animals. Right, so should humans have children instead of adopting children? That's a tough one, Vegan Tina. That's a tough one, because there are a lot of children with irresponsible, ill, or no parents out there. And should humans adopt rather than have their own biological children? E-cigarette time for this one. Very good question. Ethically. Wow, that's a tough one. What's everybody else's thoughts on that? I mean, should we push the human species forward? We are pests. If we were looking from the vegan point of view, totally for the animals, we should stop breeding. However, you've got me on this one. You've got me on this one, vegan Tina. I really don't know how to answer that. I think, why did I have my son? I wanted my son, and this was before I was vegan, because I didn't know I was going to have a son, but I wanted a son, I wanted a family, I wanted my own son. Why didn't I adopt? I don't know, you know, there must be something in the human psyche, in the human family unit, that doesn't bode nicely to having outside offspring in the family group. I mean, I've got stepkids, but it's strange. It's strange. I mean, I'm not going to say I wish I hadn't had my son. I'm not going to say that, because he's a great lad and I love him dearly. Love him with all my heart, but that's because he's here now. And I've got a bond with him. But with my vegan outlook, would I have had him? I don't know. I really don't know. I need to do more thinking on that. That's a really good question. That's a really good question, vegan Tina. Thanks for all your great work. It's a pleasure. I don't see it as work, I see it as my duty. Annalise Wall, I am single. Really nice. Hearts. Hi guys. Oh, it's the same picture with different names. I think I've looked at this. I think it's some sort of porn thing. I don't know. Really weird. But yeah, well done for being single. Adopt. Don't shop if you want a family. Yes, I am really nice. And hi. I was in the middle of a snail question as well. Damn it, Bohemian Bee. You and your snail questions. Something. Do you have any unpopular vegan opinions? Yes. And it's this. Whether you're vegetarian or whether you're omnivore, once you know the truth about health and animal abuse and environmental issues, once you know the truth, especially the animal abuse that goes on to put taste pleasure in your mouth and put food on your table that you don't need, you should stop. Not take baby steps, not have meat-free Mondays, not gradually work down. You should stop. Become vegan straight away. No in between, no middle ground, no taking your time to get there. Bullshit. Once you know the truth, fucking stop. That's an unpopular viewpoint. Where do you get your protein? The same place gorillas, elephants, fucking cows, every other herbivore on the planet. I'm Easy Vegan. Follow him. Good, cool. Iron Gamer. Would you do a response video to John Venus's new video of him whining about being judged? Yes, I've done it, and here it is.
Hey everyone, John Venus here. Welcome back to another video. Today, I just felt like coming to this amazing scenery out here and hitting the record button and just ranting for you guys. So today I'm going to be ranting and talking about judgment. How to not let judgment impact your life. How to not let judgment and other people's opinion stop you from becoming the person that you want to become.
Okay, first thoughts. Yeah, I agree with them. Don't let other people judge what you do. You're an adult, you're responsible for your actions. So whatever decisions you make in life, It shouldn't be influenced by other people. However, if certain things you do in your life can hurt other people, mentally or physically, then maybe you should think about your actions. Yeah. Don't let other people put you off doing what you want to do because you're scared of being judged by them. But it depends what you're actually doing that people would judge you for, I suppose. I mean, I could decide to become a blatant racist pig. I'm not worried about people judging me. But by becoming a blatant racist pig, I can harm others. So it's a little bit more complex than just doing what you want and don't let others influence you.
Judgment is something that we cannot escape. It's absolutely impossible to escape judgment because it's a human condition. It's simply the opinion of someone else's projection of someone else. So many people, day in and day out, are struggling with anxiety, depression, negative thoughts, negative self-esteem, bad body image, all these things that are just perpetuating negative cycles in our brains.
Correct. A lot of people are suffering anxiety. A lot of people are suffering mental health problems. It's quite right there. And some of these people seek help from others. Seek help and advice. See where I'm going with this? So, yeah. Some people go on YouTube to get answers and advice.
And putting us down, removing our energy, stealing our whole, life force from within. And this is not something that, we can escape completely. We all struggle with it. But it's about managing it, knowing how to get better at it so we can become productive human beings and become the best versions of ourselves. There is no way that we can ever escape judgment at all. Judgment is part of it, and the sooner that you can accept that, right? So the uncomfortable zone that we have to step into is different. It's not normal. Most of us are living in the comfort zone every single day of our lives. So if you want to grow, you have to step into that uncomfortable space, which other people will also find uncomfortable, and therefore they will judge that. If you care too much about other people's opinions and views of you, when you're in the uncomfortable place of growth, you will not make it. And that is why so many people just, jump out of comfort and come right back in. Because other people start questioning, hey, why are you doing that? Why are you eating that broccoli instead of these chicken wings? Why are you exercising so much? Why are you waking up so early in the morning? Why are you doing so much work? That can't be good. If you're in that growth zone and you take other people's opinions to heart and you start overthinking it and listen to them, you will not stay there for long. It's impossible. You can't. So you have to realize that in order to grow, in order to remove and accept judgment from yourself and from other people, you have to be comfortable with all kinds of negative feedback, all kinds of skepticism, all kinds of things that you really don't want to hear. And it
So what he's talking about is coming out of your comfort zone. And we all know what John's about. He's come out of his vegan, plant-based comfort zone and he's gone to back to carnivorous, omnivorous, meat-eating, dairy-sipping, cheese-eating, egg-chomping lifestyle. And that's a bit different, John. That's a bit different because if I was going from wearing jeans to wearing a suit every day because I want to come across as a businessman, Yeah, that's coming out of my comfort zone maybe. I'm not used to wearing suits, but yeah, people might say, who do you think you're being? Who do you think you are? But I won't listen to them. I won't listen to them. If I decide to go and watch a movie and people say, don't go and watch that new Star Wars, it's fucking garbage. I'm not going to watch the film because of other people's opinions, and no, I'm going to go and see for myself, okay? But doing something that affects your health, your self-esteem, your mental health, doing things that affect that, you should listen to advice and other people. And that's not people aren't judging you, you know. They're not criticising you. They're just saying, whoa, hold on a minute, before you do something that could potentially harm you, have a think and have a look. It's conflating two different things.
May almost feel overwhelming. You know, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, you're doing something different, and at the same time, people need to be commenting and judging you and throwing all kinds of weird opinions at you without even understanding who you are and why you're doing what you're doing. It seems like a lot to handle, but we have to understand that nothing comes easy, right? Nothing comes easy. We have to go through that in order to come out the other side. But before all that, before we are able to tackle judgment, before we're able to come to terms with other people's opinions, to be able to handle anything thrown your way, to grow as a person to your optimal self, we have to love ourselves first. We have to. I love myself so much it would make you extremely uncomfortable right now. Trust me. I would marry myself if I could. Maybe that's going a little bit too far.
Yeah.
And it's not egocentric. It's not something bad or something to be...
I love myself so much I would marry myself. It's not egocentric. Alright.
Be ashamed of. It's something to aspire towards. Getting back to how I approach things. So the video before this one that you're watching right now got 1,000 comments worth of hatred, criticism, negative feedback, personal attacks, character judgments, all kinds of insults that you can never even imagine unless you go to the video and look at the comments. It's a really good case study for human psychology and judgment without context. So, how do I deal with that? How am I able...
The video before this one was John going out and shooting, killing another sentient being. One that loves itself so much that it wants to marry itself, maybe. One that may have had a family, children, or be an offspring, have parents, a herd, a gang, a family that wanted to live, and you took that away. And you don't expect hate for that, judgment. That isn't making a mistake. That's a deliberate act. That's a deliberate act of murder that you've done, and you don't expect any hate comments. You've not decided to take up karate from boxing. You wouldn't get those comments if you changed the type of top you wore, or decided to take up drinking or smoking. People just say, yeah, you're a bit daft, John, but when you go and deliberately hurt another being, another personality for sport, and you don't expect hate comments, the negativity, wow, John.
To live life, be the happiest that I've ever been in my life, and just
live life. He wants to live life and take life as well. He wants to live life taking life. Fuck me.
move forward regardless of what anybody else thinks. Not my mom, not my dad, not my siblings. No one can penetrate, who I am to my core. And why? It's because I know myself. I understand who I am more than anybody else who is judging me does. And that is something that we have to remember. The person judging you, the person throwing criticism, opinions, feedback, they have no context.
We don't have any context. We don't have any context. You've been on YouTube for how long? Opening your heart out. You've got how many subscribers? You're on screen. Right. When you put yourself out there to a public audience, right, that's a bit different than making decisions in your own life in private. If I go, don't use e-cigarettes, nobody use e-cigarettes, everybody, this is me. I've had a bad experience with e-cigarettes. Do not use e-cigarettes, people. Please. There's evidence it's bad for you. It can ruin your lungs. It can cause all sorts of problems. It's expensive. It's addictive. Don't do it. Do not use e-cigarettes. Please do not use e-cigarettes. Start using e-cigarettes. They're brilliant. I love it. It's great. It gives me a buzz. I've been so much healthier since I've started using e-cigarettes. That's basically what he's done. That's what he's done. He said, don't eat animal products. Be vegan. Be plant-based. It's healthy. It's healthy. Oh, start killing shit. Eat meat. Eat animal products. It's fine. And he doesn't expect to be judged. He doesn't expect to be judged. Just like, what?
It's crazy that people think that you can know someone by seeing 5 minutes out of their 24 hours in a day, out of 365 days a year, and 30 years of life. You cannot even begin to understand that other person's point of view and context.
You've been on YouTube for years, telling everybody your view and how you think and your personality. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? He publishes his personality online, and people get to know him. Okay, they don't know what's going on ticking in his mind, and he might just show the best version of himself to the camera. But he's putting himself out there. He's building a relationship with people just like me and you have got a relationship. I'm not saying you know me inside out, but we've got a relationship, a trusted relationship. You trust me and I trust you guys. I take on board what you say to me in your comments. I listen. You judge me, of course you judge me, yeah. But if I do anything wrong, I expect, because I'm on this forum, because I'm out there, if I do something wrong, I expect to get abuse. I'll be waiting for it to come up on the comments, of course. It's all part of it. What are people talking about? What? I can't say much more of this.
People go married for 20 years not even knowing each other. If you don't even know your own spouse, how the hell are you supposed to know someone else that you haven't even met in person? So once you realize that people don't actually know you, people have no idea how your brain works, how your psychology is, how you think, and how you act off camera, or when you're not interacting with that.
No, you're right there, John, because from watching your videos prior to you leaving veganism, even though you were never vegan in the first place, you tricked us all. I didn't realise that you were a fucking psychopath. That's enough of that. Over and out. So thanks a lot for that. Really loved interacting with you. Really loved your questions. I always have a lot of fun doing this. So save the animals, save the planet, save yourself. Go vegan.